everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Vikings going up against the Steelers. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it. And when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team.
The left side caught by Diggs. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Surveying the field. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Vikings.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on second down. Complete. This is Lewis. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end, and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Second down, Bridgewater. Incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go.
On third down, Bridgewater. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. They'll come out in the pistol. They run again on first down, Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got time in the pocket. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can...
And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 40 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got... to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. Now Bridgewater. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On third down, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Come on, let's go. Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. They find some open field here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2nd down and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota in not great starting field position here for the offense. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Backing up. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bud Dupree coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Brown. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green, 30, gone! Watch it now. No, check, Patriot!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Deep drop, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
No, check, Patriot!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? Losing. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Set, lead, now, lucky 56. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And this is no good. Boy, that didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Double tight, guys, double tight. No. Check, Patriot. All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight. Three down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 4th down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, Adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come up in an offset eye. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know for you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They run again with Peterson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the front. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Kendricks able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Shreds the tackle. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go back to the air here after the INT. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, you can get hurt.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Well, an incomplete pass.